Alrighty, hello everybody, welcome to VRML Channel 2, I'm Palador, and I've got another match for you. We've got a couple channels running right now, had one running all night. Shout out Newton Dad and Luke, Doc Education, Solar P I think, a lot of people there, casting I think something like 5, 6, 7 matches all on a string this evening, so shout out to them. For those joining me here on Channel 2, well thank you. So we have a match between Phoenix, we've got Fox Force 5. So I've got a Fire, we've got a Fox. So when I was browsing this game, I just thought I had to pick it up. You know? But that said, happy to see these teams for the first time this season for me. Of course, in prior seasons, not teams that I'm unfamiliar with whatsoever, so it's good to have them here. Anyway, it's a good day for games, as always. I don't know if anyone's wrestling fans in the chat, but I'm all hyped because I just was watching some AEW, CM Punk returning. You know, I haven't watched wrestling in a long time, but he was my favorite back in the day. So, back in the day, 7 years ago, it was good times. But anyway, over here we're gonna have a good time, I do think, between Phoenix and Fox Force. You see in the Diamond Division, it's Phoenix with a 4-3 record. Meanwhile, for Fox Force, a 4-3 also record, but in the Platinum Division. Now, hey, big game for either one to go 2 games above 500 here in the mid-season as we enter Week 5 in just a couple days. So this would be some big wins for them. Of course, for Fox Force 5, again, a team who's been around for a long time, but not only talking about years ago with ESL and whatnot, but also in VRML now. They came in Season 2, and for the most part, they've kept the same roster. They haven't really lost anyone or had anyone go one way or the other. I mean, these are some veteran players who have stuck through it these years, and the more and more time that passes, the fewer and fewer we become. Isn't that right? So, it's a good problem to have, though. Not even a problem, really. But in any case, always a pleasure to see these guys play. Over on Phoenix's side, just the same. Players that I started familiarizing with in VRML context, and they came in a lot of them anyways, coming in the last year or two. Solid shot, one of the veterans here for this team in terms of Echo history. But yeah, they've had themselves, again, good season here in the Diamond Division. As I recall, they were also right there in Diamond last season, finding a lot of good success. As if there was such a thing as bad success, right? I don't think so. But beside of my redundancies, I think we're good to go. Hopefully. We did do a quick server switch just before, hence the few-minute long delay. But otherwise, as I switch my overlays real quick, there we go. Otherwise, I think we are good. Now, over on Channel 1, as I mentioned, there is a match, or was a match going on. I think it should still be. Let's see here. Technique versus Anarchy, and that is currently in round 2. Wow. Anarchy, 19-4, after Technique won the first round. So it looks like over on Channel 1, that's heading into a third round soon. That's it's always interesting to see that, right? Where a team gets beat in one round, and then the team who got beat comes out and kind of has a blowout in the next round. Pretty wild. But yeah. Anyway, that said, my matches have been mighty wild here this last week or two. As those of you who tuned into these streams, whether on 1, 2, or 3, because I've been on all of them, you'll know. They have been wild, so I'm hoping for much of the same here as we get launched off into the first round. So Fox Force 5 in blue. It's Rogar, Dayfox, Billyisms, and NVM. NVM with that shot. But solid shot, not envying that. Just gets it and grabs it, clears it off. Link 1 going for the cloud, and wow! When it rains, it pours, and Link 1 with a Link 3. In a blink at that. What a way to start. So Link 1, who, shout out also, you will recognize the music on the stream, or at least the credits music, that is. Courtesy of Link 1 music, and yeah, I know a lot of people are fans of those credits, so shout out to Link there, and shout out to Dayfox, who tries to get a tap off there, gets stunned, and Link 1, speaking of the man, will not be able to do anything with it, but Billyism's here with a recovery, waving it, trying to find somebody, but no one was in the line of sight for a pass at the time. Now Link 1 getting stunned, NVM with a recovery it looks like, along with Billy. So getting trapped in the trap fittingly as Link 1 takes it back. So Rogar, NVM down the floor. Open goal and some contests coming in. Link 1 grabbing the disc, gently passing it off as the positioning now takes place for these teams. Definitely some aggressive defense down in the back line. And in the front line, a rebound and shot found. 5 points. Vacant this time. Putting it home. Phoenix. Couple in a row. Couple minutes of play.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
So NVM will roll out right lane. That stat getting interrupted there. Solid shot on Link 1. So this is going to open up some opportunities, perhaps, on the other side of the floor if they can press it on Fox Force 5. Now, a little mishandling of the disc there. Again, the aggression coming in with some brawls. So a clear down midfield and bouncing, finding Link 1 again. On a Link run for Phoenix. Okay, so a little bit of a warm-up process here, I think, for Fox Force 5. See if they can get it going for them. At the moment, they are definitely being pretty bothered on the defense. Whether these launches or otherwise, a lot of these approaches for Fox Force 5 have been met with some stuns. And now shot was open, but too tough of an angle, couldn't quite hit. Dayfox there, trying to collect it. Dayfox and Billyisms on that side. Bouncing it over, good catch here to NVM. NVM eyeing it down, recognizes the numbers, but recovers! Vacant ace in the hole, and with a nice save on that goal, or dive rather. And coming out will be taken by Insomniac. Let's see. Nope, nope. Not a shot, but they've got a lot of time. And yes, yes. With a ding on the way in. Had that. Not the easiest angle, but Insomniac, hey. Says, we're going to take a 10-point lead now. Don't mind if we do. Fox Force 5 needing to find a little something here in the near term. Because only 4 minutes of play and to have conceded already four goals, I believe. Maybe 5, but just not the start that they wanted. Suffice to say. But it seems like Phoenix just getting everything they want at the moment. Solid shot with a clear. Certainly what they wanted. Now the stack beating to the punch, but unable to actually track it down. So that's going to bounce sidewalls and looking for maybe the dozen points. There's the rebound. Insomniac getting a grip on the wall and letting it slip over to Link. Link again. Phoenix is in the zona. And they're in the air. So the Arizona, regardless, they're getting it done. Not too shabby. Shout out to my fellow Phoenicians, by the way. There's tens of us, literally. But NVM here with a disc. Kind of a clustered situation. You see bothered, but actually buying a one-on-one. Good backboard play. There you go. Rogar getting them ignited for their first 2 points on the board. Took half this round. 5 minutes now, but as usual. Sometimes it's just that first goal you need to see go through, and then it's off and to the races from there. A vacant ace passing it off to Solid, and what a slap. Not sure they needed to do it, but they did, and it worked, at least for the moment. However, Link getting it stolen. Good positioning, though, from Solid. Solid over to that nest. Insomniac. And right on that attack, it's 14-2. So Insomniac now getting on the score sheet, actually twice now. 5 points, 2 assists, 1 save, 5 stuns already. Filling up those stats lines like it's nothing. Let's see what they have cooking now. MVM rolling out for Fox Force. Dave Fox slapping it. And you can see again, on a lot of these rollouts, these are where they're getting caught up. It's not the cleanest on them, and a lot of it is because of the aggression, not really offering a ton of time for Fox Force to get what they want. So they need to find a way to address that some way, somehow. Because so far, a great many of these jousts of theirs have produced turnovers on Fox Force's side, and Phoenix has been pretty quick and efficient to punish. Good job up here, though, contesting that backboard. Oh, wow. Wow. What a hit. The redirected shot there just before they got hit. Solid. That is more than solid. Good job. They are on a roll. What can you say? High grade, call it the honor roll even. All right, 16 big points. A mammoth of a first round to start things off for Phoenix now. Off to Billyisms. Over to Rogar. Rogar walking up the floor. Now, when they had that score earlier on, it was based on the rollout into a one-on-one. This one a little bit more contested, but doesn't matter. Billyisms with the underarm fling right under the arm of the goalie. So good job to work really quickly. It worked out that time. I mean, it's not been easy, certainly for Fox Force, to actually find those offensive opportunities. Even on that one, right? Another half a second, that would have likely been a lost disc to a stun or a steal. So, I mean, for them, they're going to be glad they got the goal, but definitely want to try and find a way to get some calmer offense, if not for the rest of this round, also just going into the next round. Because it would be very hard to maintain any kind of hold here, as a hold on and holding down. Rogar! Good save. Has to do it twice, though. Insomniac tries to get it over the head and does so with success. Rogar tried to go for that second grab, but was actually stunned out. Did make a little headbutt attempt, but couldn't quite get the air.
7, 6, 5, 4.
So 18-4. And let's see. Last 2 minutes might be out of hand for a comeback, but never out of hand to have a good ending to this round, so they can get started the right way on the opposite side. Dave Fox missing a grab, though, and once more, just a turnover off these jousts. So another thing they may need to consider, I think, for Fox Force is they will try to get back on defense here. So hold that thought. There's the pass, and there's the shot. Insomniac getting another one in off a good assist. Link 1 recognizing the avenue. But what I was saying, I think for Fox Force 5 here, maybe need to consider some alternative rollouts, maybe even some short rollouts where they send their players just to their side of the floor here, having them anchor on this side of the floor, because you see they keep on going through, and it's costing them each and every time, it seems like, with these turnovers, unfortunately. Insomniac, that is some good fortune, and they are up by 23 in terms of points. That is a fortune. These guys are rich. Too rich for my blood. But these sharks, they smell it. That is, the blood. 43 seconds remaining, and one of the higher scoring rounds I think I've seen in a fair while. These days, it's not, unless you're Ignite, it's not super common to see 20-plus point rounds. But here goes. Trying to get it going again. Now, they did try for a slower rollout, on a shorter rollout, but once more, couldn't find their passes, and, well, furthermore, they couldn't find the open ones, I should say, because there's just too much coverage. Very difficult start here for Fox Force, suffice to say, on a team who otherwise is more than experienced, of course. But again, I mean, in the Diamond Division, matches are tough, and the more you rise, the tougher your matches are. Because both these teams, keep in mind, both these teams are identical record-wise. Diamond and Platinum Division here, but both 4-3. For Fox Force, they're coming off of, let's see, 4 of their last 6 matches have been wins. So, don't mistake the first round. Not the greatest start for them, but they've otherwise been putting on some shows lately. Won 34-31 versus Void. Won 26-9 versus Baked. Their last loss was against Rusty Robots, but even that one wasn't a huge differential, only 22-35. So, I think Fox Force here just needs to use this time to their greatest advantage to discuss the strategy. And specifically, just the biggest Achilles heel, those rollouts where it was just a lot of turnovers. One of those cases where easier said than done, so I'm not going to pretend that I'd be doing all too much better. But, hey, credit to the Phoenix's side of things. They've been definitely locked and loaded. They've been laser focused here. Everyone getting on the scoreboard, everyone assisting each other. So that's one of the bigger takeaways as well. Where I mean, Insomniac putting on 15 points, and impressive stat line for sure. But again, I'm more so impressed, or just as impressed, by the plethora of points and assists everywhere else. So it's not a case where it's a one-man job, but both offensively and defensively, everyone seems to be covering their appropriate assignments on defense, whether it's man or stack defense. And then on the passing end of things, everyone's willing to find the open player. Doesn't really matter who it is, but whoever's cutting, whoever's open, if it's a good look, they're going to try that pass. And it's been working over and over. And a lot of it as well, just off the turnovers, where they did have some open goals or otherwise some quick fast breaks where the defense for Fox Force couldn't actually get back into the goal because of how quickly the turnovers happened and how and the out of position nature of Fox Force on the flipping back to the defense, I should say. Quick update as well as we continue this little intermission, this little timeout on Channel 1. It is in the deep end of round 3 between Anarchy and Technique. Anarchy winning by only 4 points. So, depending on how long this timeout lasts, you might have time to go look at Channel 1. Maybe, actually, I think I can even pull it up for you here in a second. Perhaps. But that one, about to end here, maybe in an exciting fashion. Also at the top of the hour, so about 25 minutes from now, I will be streaming, casting on Channel 1, Bangarang versus Eternity. And that's also a pretty decently high-voted match there. 15 votes last I looked. And both those teams, Diamond Division, and that's sure to be a good one too. Eternity's only lost 1 game. They're 8-1. For Bangarang, 4-1. I'm intrigued by Eternity there, actually. So they've been putting in some work and even doing challenge matches with regularity, and yet they're still winning and winning. So that'll be plenty of interest on the stream there. That said, looks like the timeout has been expended here, so the teams are going to get back into it shortly. Still another 30 seconds or so. But we're going to get there. We're going to get there, don't you worry. And speaking of, well, there's the buzzer. Hope everyone's having a good night, though. Good evening. Friday night, right? I get lost all the time. It's Friday. As Rebecca Black once said a long time ago in a internet far, far away. So, let's see. Which seat do I take? The caster's seat as it goes into the tunnel. Players being left seated with some stuns. But nonetheless, going back into some offense here. Fox Force can get on the board first. That would be very strong. Strong way to open and strong for their ability to have a successful second round. You can't keep on doing what they were doing before, and they will not. That was perfect. That was actually gorgeous, in fact. So there you go. That is exactly the start they needed after being held to only a couple goals in that first round. To be able to start the next round with a successful play and beautifully executed once again. I mean, that was phenomenal. That is quite the way to start off. Because now you don't feel like you're still stuck in that slump. You're setting the tone. And again, they cause a turnover here, maybe, but no, right back into the interception. Vacant from that back line, taking some breaks, not taking a break, but looking for a player to pass it off to. Now, bouncing it over, NVM getting stunned, but not before a clear. Taken by Dave Fox. Here's their opportunity, going for that boop shot. Is it good? It is great. Dave Fox. And now it is a new day and a new round. And Fox Force 5 showing why. They have Fox Force 4 wins on the season. And it's Fox Force Season 4. I'm not going to keep Fox forcing these puns. Don't you worry. Maybe I will. Let's go, though. Back to Link 1. So for them, kind of the flip side now, they feel themselves losing a little bit of a grip on all of that Stampede-worthy momentum that they had. They want to continue that if they can. But doing an excellent job here on the passes. What a beautiful one as well. Look at the passing. We've seen some equally aesthetic passing in the second round now in the opening minutes between Fox Force and Phoenix. That was almost a mirror image, in fact. That was very close to that Fox Force rollout on the beginning of this round. I mean, again, looking nice, looking more than nice. So NVM rolling out, getting rid of it there. Nice job in the middle. Who was that? Rogar, able to break up some of those stacks, so that actually enabled that opportunity. That said, kind of tossing it into the goalkeeper, so not the look that they wanted offensively there. As the goalie was hanging back, but maybe did not realize. But fortunately, they make it up with some good positioning. They rebound in the back lane, so they can still take care of business here, sending it into the bubble, but ricocheting right out. Unfortunately, no one positioned on that other side, so they will lose the disc. Now, letting loose that throw, and actually fortunate that it went off the barrier, because otherwise that would have been guaranteed picked up here by Fox Force. Still might be, as Rogar slings it sideways. Insomniac picking it up and inverting himself. Insomniac finding the appropriate pass there to Solid. Solid needs to be careful. There's a lot of cluster in there. Actually managed to get off a decent shot attempt. It was a good look at the very least, but certainly an outnumbered situation. But they will get the opportunity once again and try to make the most out of it. Link 1, backboard. Oh, Lord, it's in. 1 point game. So after a couple goals in a row for Fox Force, we got Phoenix right back, just the same, in equal measure, or at least almost. But 5-4, still hanging on to the 1 point lead, and so goes the swings of Echo Arena and momentum in sports, right? Teams will go on runs, offensively, defensively, and otherwise. So it's just a matter of who can go on the better runs. Now, at the moment, they need to get back running into that goal, because otherwise, well, it was open, but wasn't made. Insomniac, though, the rebound, uncontested at the moment. Some coverage there on the floor, and goes a few different ways, a lot of ricochets. Dave Fox trying to catch up to that disc there, and just the same Billyisms from the floor. Now if they can get link up for some stacks, which they do, but they actually missed some grabs, so that may cost them the possession there, potentially, or at least make it a lot tougher. Link 1 able to secure that disc, but not for too long. Dave Fox, now the takeaway. Boosting on the floor, Billy to the barrier. Envy right up top. That actually would have been in an awkward bounce, but still yet. Rebound from Rogar. Rogar to the boot. Rogar contested, finding that pass. Billy just waiting for it and finding the hole. Billy Isms gets them up by 3. Maybe the start of a new run. Who knows? What's up, DeFoot? DeFoot. I was about to say something that would probably get me fired, so maybe not. How DeFoot is it going? There, that's okay, right? Hope you're doing well. Good to see ya. Getting some casts in here on this Friday, or Saturday for you guys, I guess. I may be able to cast some OCE later, just by the by. So look out, look out. Link 1 trying to find it, but MVM denies it right as it got stunned too. That was a great grab. Didn't have a lot of time or space to work with. Up high, grabbed by Dave Fox. Dave Fox struggling on the clear. Dave Fox now trying to get back on the rebound. Rogar leaving the goal. Oh no, miscommunication, and that's going to cost them dearly. Now it's a tied game off that 3. What's up, Moogle? How's it going? How'd round 1 go? Round 1 was pretty dominant, actually, from Phoenix. Can't recall the exact score there. Let's see. It was now I can't remember. It was a big advantage. Suffice to say for Phoenix, they kind of killed it. They had like 23 points, I believe. But that said, much closer second round, but starting to pull away. It's Link 1. What's up, Luke? Round 2, hype! So that's like a football play, right? Blue 42. Actually, no. Blue 7-9. But here we go. 333 on the board. Left in this round, only a 2-point differential. NVM holding on to it, recognizing it had a little bit of time, but solid shot, recognizing the angle, finding the lane, and solid shot, completing the play. They're up even more. 12-7. At least 2 goals differential here. 3 and a 2. Fox Force in a uncomfortable position where they know it's getting into crunch time and they cannot afford to concede another run. Round 2 has been all about runs. One team scoring a couple in a row, the other team scoring a couple in a row. Then the other team scoring a couple in a row. But now it's been more than a couple for Phoenix. Phoenix getting stunned. Link 1, that is. So desperately need to score here. They really can't afford to let any more go into that goal of theirs. So Fox Force trying to come back. Billy, I think, going for that bouncer off that sidewall. You see players taking it these days. Reset out to Link 1. Now MVM was in the area, but not on Link, so it will successfully reset as they patiently play this out in the midfield. You see the passes. Just trying to wait for the right opportunities, the right angles. Insomniac, who's been Insaniac, and he will make the goal again. How about that? 14-7 now. Queen Ange. Hello there, Palador. Well, hello there. Queen, welcome to the stream. And Grimbane, saw a comment there, what, surprise, I can speak after all the yelling. Oh yeah. I'm getting back into the thick of things. My voice has been a little bit strained the last couple of weeks, only a little bit though, mainly because I haven't been giving myself those vocal practices and warm-ups and casts as much. But don't worry, I've got those iron lungs, like Iron Will. Shout out Will I Am. Didn't average 120 casts a month for nothing. Although I haven't done that since probably April or so, or May, or March, yeah. It's been a while. Now it's Newton Dad and Luke who are getting those 100 games a month. They've been killing it this season. That said, in a situation where they will be, for Fox Force 5, they'll be feeling some heat here if they can't score. I mean, they're down by 7. If they can get a goal here, they'll still have some time to work with, but they really do need it rather quickly. Otherwise, it may not be happening for them. Both these teams, that 4-3 record, so one of these teams are going to have an even up record after this one. but they both have been having some success. Fox Force in the high platinum division there, and Phoenix over in diamond, by the by. Billyisms finding the disc. Time is not on their side, but Dave Fox is on the side, that is. Couldn't actually wrangle the disc, though it slips by just about everyone. Insomniac throwing it out of there. And I do believe time is about up now, unfortunately. Insomniac trying to maybe close it out with some more goals. They're going to get this walk in. Link 1. Walking the walk and talking the talk and making the music just the same. 16-7 in round 2. That will, in fact, be game. I think I remember Link 1 asking me for some bars at some point. During the, Master Qualifier Cup? Again, he's the one who makes our credit music that you guys see. I lived with that first track during the credits. So maybe we'll see some more soon. Maybe I'll throw some pally bars in there and we can have a collab? Question mark. Either or, good job from Lingwan and the crew in Phoenix. They were able to secure that in just a sweep, very impressively. Now the second round, credit to Fox Force 5. They were able to do some good work there. I mean, they came out opening with the first 2 goals. Some minutes ago, it was tied about halfway through, like a 7-7. But just losing it by the end and conceding just too many goals in a row. Could not handle that pressure from Phoenix. And again, if I was in that position, I don't think I'd be able to either. Just a lot of pressure. And the turnover game is really what helped propel Phoenix to victory. Also, I am Dakin. What are you talking about? So, alright, that will be the only match on VRML 2 here for the moment. On VRML 1, we also do have another one, Bangarang and Eternity. That one had some good hype votes to it as well. And that's in about 24 minutes, so stay tuned for that. Over on the chat end of things, or hold on the stat end of things, I should say. First, thank you to IgniteVR.gg and the Spark application for providing these statistics. And I do have to call out because quite exquisite was Insomniac, was he not? 22 points and 4 assists as well. So again, by far leading on the point department and second in assist among the whole game. I mean, started off strong in round 1, finished even stronger somehow. Link 1. 13 points there, 1 assist, 30 stuns. Also impressive, had some nice shots in there. It was especially hot to start off round 1. Solid shot there with 5 points and 6 assists, as well as save, steal, 25 stuns, and Vacant with 2, 2, and 2. And that is 2 symmetrical for me. Well, then you got the 15 stuns, so I guess it undoes all that. But nonetheless, good stat line for everyone on Phoenix. Points and assists, everyone doing everything. Side of Fox Force here was Dave Fox, 3 points, 1 assist, 38 stuns. Heavy-handed for sure on those brawls. NVM with a pair of assists and a save. Rogar with, oh, look at that, 2, 2, and 2. So the symmetry is still true. And 25, so undoes it again. Anyways, undoes, grammar. Billyisms with 6 and 1 in points and saves. But alas, that will be the game. All right, so... meanwhile, to Twitch there, thanks for joining for this stream, and for Channel 1 as well. Again, you can join there in about 22 minutes now for a high hype diamond match. But, yeah, Grimbane saying, oh well, GG, it's all them OTs. Yep, I've had so many OTs in round 3s, making all the other casters jealous, no doubt. Mr. Pro with the GGs, the Foot saying Pally collab on the intro. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I mean, we've had the same intro for, well, the last almost 2 years now, right? So maybe it's time for a new one soon. Who knows? Link Twitch in there. Link 1 saying GG. Hi, Pally. Collab. All right. Good game, though. Yeah, very, very well done from all you guys. And as Boogle says, great team player. Insomniac couldn't agree more. That's good stuff. All right. Well, anyway, that will do it for me for the next 20 minutes. So thanks for joining. Come back again in 24 on Channel 1 once more for Bangarang versus Eternity. Not an eternity at all. It's coming up real soon. But until then, be happy, healthy, safe, and be good to each other. And yeah, we'll see you again pretty soon. Season 4 of VRML Echo Arena is brought to you by HyperX, Asterion Products, VRWare, Rebuff Reality, VR Cover, and ProTube VR.